Presumed dead. Definition of presume: to suppose to be true without proof, to expect or assume especially with confidence. Are you presumed dead because you're not popular, well-known, or famous? So no one knows that you exist. Maybe they don't know, but that's no excuse to stop living, dreaming, planning, or pursuing. When Moses fled Egypt, he dwelled in Midian. After a period of time, his loved ones and his enemies presumed him to be dead. They imagined he was lost at sea or drowned while crossing the Red Sea. Most likely, many of them thought he died while walking in the desert heat by a snake bite, a scorpion sting, or devoured by a wild beast. They were feeling sadness and grief for him, but Moses had embraced a new beginning in life. He started a new occupation, got married, and had children. He had found contentment. The Moses that left Egypt wasn't the same Moses that returned to Egypt. He left Egypt a murderer in fear of his life, but returned to Egypt a man of God with power, a deliverer, and a prophet. He spent 40 years on the backside of a desert, but it was the right side, next door to God. After Moses left Egypt, God revealed himself as his neighbor. Yes, when he left Egypt, he moved closer to God and God to him. For 40 years, something amazing was happening within him that was unknown by others. 40 years of being transformed before being revealed. Took 40 years, but he was right where God needed him to be to prepare him for great works. When Moses fled Egypt, he was unknowingly traveling in the right direction, because God was divinely guiding him. He knew the plan he had for Moses, just as he knows the plan he has for you. God was looking out of heaven's window, watching Moses' development over the years while he waited for the right time to reveal himself to him. God's plan involved him investing 40 years of teaching and training into Moses' life while shaping him to be a leader to shepherd his flock. When aspiring to new heights, there are investments that have to be made to shape you, to get you ready, to make you more productive for what you're reaching for. Some places of shaping aren't always pleasant. The unpleasant places are where your investments yield rewards. Investing time, patience, discipline, and even courage builds internal tenacity and fortitude. The unpleasant places are the places where the soil is turned upside down, inside out, twirled around, and interwoven to produce a better texture to give you a favorable chance of being chosen by the right person or company. They most likely went through the same process that you're going through. God was watching Moses coming and going while he was in Egypt and in Midian. He wasn't just watching him, but developing him. Moses was unaware that a life-changing encounter awaited him. A life-changing encounter is waiting for you if you don't give up. It may not be Moses' burning bush encounter, but it will be an encounter that will usher you into his glory and/or your dream, destiny, or vision. God grants favor and open doors of opportunities. He schedules divine meetings. He places the right people/person in your path or causes things to turn in your favor. Have faith in God. If there seems to be no way, trust Him to create a way. Don't give up hope, but release your faith and watch our Almighty God do the impossible in your life, circumstance, situation, or condition. You may not become well known, but stick with God and He will keep you off His presumed dead list. And remember, aged wine is fine wine. Takes time, even years before it is introduced to the public. This ends this message. Be watchful for my next video that coming soon titled, The Steel Door.